So today we're reviewing
Annabelle Creation.
Annabelle Creation came out last year,
2017.
2017, and it is basically picking up the main demon in this movie is the Ram, and the Ram is one heck of a villain, and he's pretty overpowered, but we'll get into that later.
And you could not tell that in Annabelle the first one, because like that was the same Ram.
Yeah, the Ram. Yeah, we should say
he was
the Ram,
really messing around in that one. Like, cause the Annabelle took place or after Annabelle Creation, so maybe the Annabelle Creation is just the Ram in his prime. Yeah. When he was just able to just freaking kill anything that he wanted.
Seriously.
Like
and
this movie. Well, let's just so Annabelle Creation was a movie that going into knowing how much of a misstep the first Annabelle was, we were thinking it would be hard to get to be worse. But then again, the marketing for me made it seem like this one really understood what it wanted to be, and really the kind of Annabelle movie that they could make. And really, for me, after seeing this movie,
it's a lot better than Annabelle.
Yeah, it was a lot, like not even close to the first Annabelle. I don't think it's I think it's right on par with The Conjurings. It's definitely not better than The Conjurings, but I think if these are The Conjurings, it's probably like right below it.
Yeah, it has some great scares, and obviously
we'll
the
get to those in a few minutes.
The sound in this theater that we were in was freaking loud. I mean, the ceiling, the walls were shaking. So, and I'm not exaggerating. The speakers were literally shaking. The screen was like moving, and so that might have been one thing. But I mean, I remember getting the crap scared out of me in this theater, and most of the time, be like looking at the side of the screen, and like. I mean, it's definitely effective, and there's a lot of characters, and so should we just get into the best scares?
Well, I just want to say, like, the setup to this one, because you wanted to see how, like, you knew this was how Annabelle was created, because it's only Annabelle Creation.
They wanted to eliminate the first Annabelle movie, so basically they
really had to, yeah. They couldn't take it away as it was already in, so they tried to just make a better setup. Which really the setup's so much better than what Annabelle was.
It makes Annabelle look good.
Yeah, it actually makes you. It really gives you a reason to fall. It ends right into that. We'll get into that at the end. But the beginning of this movie puts you like that scene where the girl gets hit by the car was like they're not going to show it, but it even made me like kind of look away.
I don't know how they filmed that.
Like it looks like you just kind of see like the little girls like drop something or they drop something when they're fixing the tire, and you see the car from them far away. And then you see him go. You see her go out there, and then. Like, she's right in front of the car.
I don't know how they filmed that.
Yeah, it was done, like, very well. Like,
because usually CGI isn't... They usually don't do a bunch of... It didn't look like CGI. I mean, unless it was amazing. I know CGI was really good, but...
Yeah, it was a great setup. It went right into it. They didn't mess around. I mean, even the opening scene, when the little girl wasn't a demon, was still made me jump, because she's, like, hiding. The little girl before she was a demon was pretty scary. Nothing against her, but it was just...
little girls are usually scary in movies.
Yeah, and this one had to look kind of scary because she was going to be a demon anyway. So, like, the whole storyline is just, like, they were living there, and it's just tough happens. The Ram focuses on the weakest link, or the weakest little girl in the house, which happened to be Janice. It's a little hard to remember just because Janet was in Conjuring 2, and Janice is in this one. Because she has, like, I guess, polio, and she can't really walk.
Yeah, she can walk a little bit, but not really.
And, like, so the Ram focused on her and really just... I'll get into my negative later, but I guess...
her best friend, she also picks on.
Yeah, her best friend...
It's worth noting that the second character with the most screen time is the girl from Luigi.
Yeah, but yeah, she's already kind of a scary character, so the fact that she was a good character in this one was kind of...
ironic.
A little ironic, especially because there's what was going on, but yeah, they're kind of just tormented the whole time, then finally at the end, the Ram just does what he wants to do, and he gets away with it.
And so basically, let's just say...
Let's go with our top memorable scenes, I guess.
Yeah, because I was about to rip the Ram, but again...
We can go to negatives after this.
Yeah, so one of the most memorable scenes to me, I know there's going to be a lot of them, because there's so many jump scares.
We can say our top ones and just like make sure we hit all the best moments.
Yeah. So I guess I'm going back and forth. I guess it's not really as much of a scare one of them, so I'll leave that one off until later. Hopefully I remember it. But... The best one to me is when they're under the stairs. The Luigi girl, I'm just going to call her that, is under the stairs. She's
hiding, yeah. Well, I was probably going to say that one, but there's others I can say.
Yeah, she was hiding under the stairs. They were playing this game, and hide and seek, I guess. But
yeah.
And she looks behind and sees, it's dark in there, and you see eyes. Do you see Annabelle? the actual doll.
No, you see Annabelle's right in front of her. Yeah, the eyes are like basically. I think Annabelle's in like a chair.
Yeah.
I didn't see the eyes the first time in the theater, but that was partially because I wasn't really looking all the way at the screen for that scene.
Well, I just knew Annabelle was in the chair, and then you see eyes behind the freaking doll.
Yeah, that was very scary.
The music plays, and it's freaking scary as crap.
Does it jump? Nothing. It doesn't. See, that's what's so scary about it. Is it doesn't even jump at her.
The camera just goes. Yeah, she just gets the crap scared and goes out, and they're like, "What were you doing?"
Yeah, so like that's what made it so scary was. I don't even think there was a jump scare
it didn't
for
need
that.
To jump out.
That's the scariest scenes are the ones without the jump scares for the most part. Yeah, that was. I'll agree with you on that one. That was one of the best horror scenes in the movie.
There's so many in this movie.
There was I guess for me, besides that one, there's a scene with I guess it's hard because like the characters' names aren't like you're not like superheroes. You don't really know who they are. But
yeah, no, you.
The mom of Annabelle. The wife of the guy that was in the house, the one who had the half face. Yeah. You don't really see her at all. The first 75% of this movie, maybe even 80%, and all you know is that she rings this bell to get her husband's attention. And there's a scene where the oldest two girls of the orphanage are underneath their blanket, like joking around and stuff, and they're like messing around, saying like that Mrs. Mullins was like running around the house because she can't walk, and then all of a sudden you hear the bell in their room. And then you see the person, might have been, it was a ram, I guess, forming into her to make it seem like it was her. And they're like being really scared. And then all of a sudden you see the face. I didn't see a white face the first time. I don't really know what I saw the first time. I just know that something came
I knew it was white
underneath the blanket, and then that was like really scary. And the fact that they don't even like, they seem to like blow it off like they didn't happen. I feel like
why is the face white though?
I don't. Was it not her face with the mask on?
Maybe we have to watch it again. I just remember seeing.
We've seen it. We saw this in theater.
Yeah.
I guess we should have mentioned that. We saw this in theater, obviously.
Honestly, that scene. Honestly, the jump scare wasn't even the scariest. I mean, yes, it was pretty scary.
There was the build up to it.
Yeah, and the fact that they were under the blanket and you see her shadow, and the fact that they're in a spot to where no one should be on that side of the room. There's just a wall and a window, and that's really creepy. How you see it walk, and then it goes right towards the camera. Yeah. That was definitely. Well, you hear the bell from far away, then it's close.
The bell thing was probably the scariest part about that scene, just because you're just imagining where is she and how she's actually walking around the house.
And she's right there, and you're under a blanket, and she's right. That's definitely
another of the horror scenes in this, or I guess the main scenes, the scariest scenes of the movie, is when Janice's best friend, the Ouija girl.
Yeah, it's called her Ouija girl.
But she's first of all, this is what we kind of argue. We don't really argue. We just don't understand why they did this in the movie. Is after Janice is like possessed and living and sleeping downstairs, she continues to sleep in this room by herself.
Yeah.
Which, for one, why would you not sleep with just Janice downstairs? But she's in this room by herself, and then she's facing the door, and she's shooting this ball down the hallway. And our uncle called it. He looked at me and said, "The demon's gonna pull the string," and it pulls the gun in, and all of a sudden she like hides on the top bunk, and then you hear footsteps come in, the bed starts to shake. And then she looks down the crack of the top bunk and sees Annabelle's face. And then you see the claws of the demon pull the face back. I thought that was a really scary scene.
Yeah. The guy is holding the cross and then gets his fingers broken. That's where one of my complaints. You might as well.
Just kind of next. We can go back to the scary moments.
Yeah, that the ram is way too overpowered in this movie. The ram, it's honestly, there's a movie, maybe a bad movie like Bye Bye Man or something, or like the Red Inferno, whatever that. It's where, like, maybe a Jason movie, you just see everyone die, and you just kind of go with your teenagers, maybe go with their friends, and just be like, let's just watch a bunch of fun kills or something.
Yeah, without really no thought.
Yeah, with, like, a mindless film, like Star Wars Last Jedi. A mindless film where everyone just dies. But these are, like, a bunch of kids who you really want to root for and you care about. Like, you don't want to see these people dying and tortured.
Yeah.
You don't want to see this main character just get tortured the rest of their life.
I think we both cared about these characters.
Yeah, we don't want to.
You had a reason that you felt sorry for the kids because they don't have a family.
Yeah, we wanted to root for them.
Yeah,
but
and we
there
were.
was no hope in this movie. No hope.
Once that scene that you just said, once you see all 5 of his fingers get like broken back, and then all of a sudden he's just dead. As he's holding a cross, which is supposed to be the deterrent to these demons to make them go away. But if the demon can do that with a cross pointed at him,
but then,
what can you do?
But then, doesn't he get his eyes freaking burned out of his head?
His eyes either got sucked back in his sockets or something. It was.
I mean, that's just.
He's just done. And then once that happened, that was I thought who we were gonna root for. When he's done, that's just for one, they should have left the house, but they really had nowhere to go. But there's no one to root for. But after that moment is basically just they should just call it the Rams. The Rams
uprising.
The Rams uprising and just him just completely owning everyone.
Except the sister is able to do something.
Finally, at the end, after the Ram was able to do. First of all, the Ram's doing stuff at the same time, which is very confusing. Because like, for one, he's chasing around Lucy or Janice's friend, the Ouija girl, inside the house with sister, whatever the main nun was. Like the Ram's messing with them, and the Ram's possessing Janice as she's like crawling through the elevator shaft and all this stuff inside the house. And at the same time that's going on, the rest of the girls are being terrorized by the same demon outside in the shed as the Scarecrow. Unless no, because I was gonna say the Scarecrow is his own demon, but you see the Ram in the barn come down. Which
wait, how is that possible? Is that a major flaw?
Unless demons are able to just do multiple things at once, which I don't think that's possible.
I know why.
Unless there's two Rams.
Here is the reason.
There's two Rams.
You see the nun in this movie, so maybe that's why she was with.
You do see the Ram in this movie.
So that's why.
So the Ram was maybe the Ram was just. Or no, maybe the nun was just teaming up with the. But now that would make the Ram and the nun adventure. I'd go see that one. I'm giving Conjuring a 10 out of 10, Conjuring 2 10 out of 10. Annabelle I gave a 5.5. I think it was slightly above average. But this one, Annabelle Creation, for me, is a very very solid 9 out of 10.
I'll give it a 9 as well. I think that's a good score because.
But yeah, so thanks for watching this review of Annabelle Creation, and we will see you guys in the next movie review. Bye, guys.